AGG comes in here. He is a tall body. He is a physical body. If you talk about some of his strengths, he's dynamic. They're expecting him to really fight for that, especially in the red zone. He can be a quarterback's best friend.
Yeah, I think that's one of the bright sides about him. You know, folks want to know right now, can he be that number 2 guy? I'm not sure, and I won't, speak too soon on him. But I think with his abilities alone, he's going to be one of those targets that we can lean on in the red zone. And I just saw him, time after time, his last 2 seasons over there in Liberty. This guy has great hands, strong hands, and he fought for those tough catches every time. So you can assure that these guys who's coaching him saw that also.
He said because he is from a smaller school, he's excited to be able to finally put on display the skills that he has, because there wasn't a lot of attention on him being at Liberty there. But they like that he has the body control and all this. As a rookie coming in, what can you expect out of a young receiver?
I think one of his strengths is his upside. He's strong-handed, great catch radius. He's tall. His athletic ability is second to none. But when you're a rookie, you're still a rookie. And until he go out there and he can show that he can play fast and play alongside of those guys who has those years on him, then you have to look at him as a rookie. He has time to, knowing that he has so many other extracurricular things that he likes to participate in, that leads us to knowing that he's pretty smart. So I'm hoping that he can catch on fast and be that guy and take advantage of the opportunity. The door is wide open for that second guy. So I hope he knows that, and I hope he understands that he has the opportunity to be that dude.
I'm not sure if it really this season, I think we want to be able to say who's going to be the number 2 guy. But I think if we're to be real, we're going to have to be able to flat out say, look, can he be the number 2 guy? Yes, I believe he can. You said not quite yet, but I really think if you really want to just be honest about what it's going to be, I think it's going to be who gets the most snap counts. I don't know that they're going to have a clear number 2 heading into the season, which is why we keep bringing the question up, though.
They have a bunch of guys, and realistically, Coach said he cares less because there's so many guys going to field at once nowadays. You have those 3 receiver packages. I'm not sure if you have any 4 receiver packages and how much they play with those guys. But it really doesn't matter who's number 2 because they all going to get opportunities.
They will. What about wide receiver coach Jim Hostler? He was actually one of your coaches as well. Here's what he has to say about the new young one, AGG.
He's got range. He's long. He's got some ball skills. He plays faster than his time. I know everybody looks at a time from a 40-yard dash, but we pay no attention to that. It's all about how fast you get down the field. He's side by side with a guy who runs a 4.3 something or a 4.4 something, and if he's at 15 yards running the route at the same speed, it doesn't matter what he was timed in, and that's how he plays. He's got stride length. He can play with people around him. He can play fast with bodies around him because he's strong. That's what we liked when he was coming out. How he fits into our world, we like to throw the ball down the field, and the bigger you are, the farther down the field you are, is a little easier target for the quarterback to throw the ball to. And bigger players have had success in this system in the past, down the field, big targets. You can throw the ball up and they can go get it.
Santana, we like the sexy numbers. You like to be able to rack up the sacks, as we talk for a lot of guys. And when it comes to receivers, you like to be able to pay attention to the 40 time and put so much weight on how quick they may or may not be. One of the knocks is that maybe he doesn't have that top speed, but to hear coach say that he plays faster than that, translate that to what it actually means for what he's saying.
Well, basically he's saying that, you look at a lot of these times and we all like glamored by, the guy who can run the fastest. But it's all about what you do between those white lines. You can be fast, and if you can't go out there and play with that same speed between those white lines and throughout the plays, then it benefits that team at all. It doesn't benefit that team. So what coach is saying is that, hey, you look at that 4.6 speed and you say, okay, I'm gonna look at a 4.6 guy, but he comes out here and he's running alongside of guys who run 4.3s and 4.4s. So that raised their eyebrows and say, well, hey, this guy plays fast even when he's out there playing. It's not just the 40 time. 40 times sometimes overshadow what you really can do. And I think that he's shown that just because he ran a 4.6 doesn't mean he plays that way.